Okay, we are on day 2 of hyperbolas. We are going to have our center at HK. So the formula is going to be the same. All of the information is going to be the same as yesterday. My leading variable will tell me the direction that the hyperbola opens. So an x squared means that I'm going to have some opening. X squared leading means I'm going to have it open left and right, right? My h and my k are going to be the opposite sign. So then my h comma k is my center. If a y squared leads, that means I'm going to have it opening up and down. As before, the x and the a match, the y and the b match. So that's all still the same, okay? So here's a practice one. We'll graph it together. So x plus 3 and then y minus 5. Okay, just from that right there. The plus 3 means that my center will have a negative 3 and a positive 5. My a goes under x. A equals 4, b equals 5, right? And you know, of course, with the format of our notes, it's all here. Okay, so I know because my x is leading, this is going to open left and right. So I'm going to go ahead and plot this. I have very small boxes. It's really hard to see. Negative 3 comma 5 is right there. There's my center. A is 4. So that means I'm going to go 4 to the right and 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be one of my vertices. 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope that counted right. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. There's my other vertex. Now, this of course opens left and right. The only reason I care about my B being 5 is because I want to faintly draw my box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to make my rectangle be that. Now, asymptotes. Make them perfect. I want a straight edge. I want the asymptotes to give you a clear definition of where my hyperbolas will be. Okay, so there's that. There's that. Are you with me? Okay. The foci. So a squared is 16. C squared equals 41. C equals radical 41. That's about 6.4, approximately. From my center, I need to go, because you know how the vertex and the foci are on the same axes. 6.4 to the right, 6.4 to the left. From my center. I know that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.4. Okay, ready? Okay, since I drew my asymptotes, I can make my hyperbola, really, it's going to be really wide, like really wide. So that would be one way. The other way is going to be like getting really close to my asymptote, but never quite touching. Cool? All right, number 5. I don't have to draw a graph. I just have to come up with an equation, and the answer is already there, but let's talk and make sure that you would know what to do. Center is at -2, -3. The vertices, okay, I'm gonna draw a little sketch because this matters. My vertices, so here's my sketch. Okay. -2, 0. -2, -6. Those are my vertices. That means that the center has to be in the middle. The center has to be in the middle. In the middle of 0 and 6 is -2, -3. So there's my center. And check this out. This is my so this is going to open, oh, duh. By the way, this is going to open up and down, obviously. That means that this is 3 away. My B equals 3. Up, B equals 3. Because isn't B below the Y? My A. Here's how I find A, right there. The conjugate axis. That means like the minor, the one that we don't draw any points on. Remember how the word transverse axis is like my major axis, where my vertex and my foci are, or vertices and foci are. So that looks good. My B is 3. Mo, this is 2A equals 4. The whole thing is 4. So that means that A is 2. So let's pretend the answer is not there. These are the steps that I would take to solve this problem. A equals 2, B equals 3. That's where I get the 9. And my center's at -2, 3. Y plus 3, X plus 2. With a subtraction sign in the middle. That's number 5. Okay, I'm going to go to 6. Any questions on 4 and 5? Okay. If you have questions, you kind of speak up. Completing the square. Okay. Just a reminder, it's all written here for us, but we're completing, we have, this is, written not in standard form. So we have to complete the square. So, oh, you guys need to remind me, I have to show you your quiz scores at the end of the period, like open up the test so you can see it, okay? I meant to do that yesterday. So, get the x's together. 9x squared, 54x. Get the y's together. -4y. See this -4y? That's the indicator that it's a hyperbola. The y term is a negative. So, y squared and then the 16y. So, here it is. 9x squared minus 54x minus 4y squared minus 16y Move the 29 over to the right-hand side. Factor out a 9, and then I'm going to have to factor out a -4. And if I factor out a -4 from -16, that's where the +4 comes from. So this 9 times 9, that's where the 81 comes from. I add the 9 times 9 on the left, which means that I have to do the 81 on the right. This is blue, -4 times 4, that's -16. Okay, that's where I got the -16 from. Then x squared minus 6x plus 9 becomes x minus 3, x minus 3. Y squared plus 4y plus 4 becomes y plus 2, y plus 2. Then you divide by 36. And remember how the numbers switch. The 9 that was in front here becomes the denominator of the other side. The 4 that was in front here becomes the denominator of the other variable. And it equals 1. So I had to complete the square first. Now I can figure out what's A, what's B, what's my center, HK, right? This is a leading term, x squared, which means it opens left and right. So that means that my center is going to be at, look, +3, -2. I need to draw it, +3, -2. This is approximately right. I mean, the boxes are so hard to see, right? Okay. X is in front, my A is 2. That means I go 2 to the right, 2 to the left. From my center, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. That's one vertex. 2 to the left, that's another vertex. That means my vertices, because X was in front, A is 2, because 2 squared is 4. -1, oh no, +1, -2, and 5, -2. I don't really care. Well, I do. Okay, I care for the rectangle purposes about the b squared. So I'm going to go up 3 from my center. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to make a dot. I'll just kind of make a hash mark. 1, 2, 3. Because this is what my rectangle is going to look like. The reason I need my rectangle is so that my asymptotes are nice. Let me do my asymptotes in like a different color. I'll do them in like black pen. All right. So, foci. A squared, 4 plus 9. Okay, that's my rad 13 again. About 3.6. So then I'm going to do, from my center, 3.6 to the right, 3.6 to the left. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3.6. Foci. 1, 2, 3.6. Oof. Foci. My foci are going to be 6.6 comma -2, because I went from my origin 6.6 over 2 down. And from my origin, I'm going to go -0.6, -0.6 comma -2. You can also put like rad 13 comma -2 or negative rad 13. Oh no, that wouldn't work. It would be like, you know what it would be? 2 plus rad 13, 2 minus rad 13. But I kind of like 6.6 better because I can. Okay. I'm going to draw my hyperbola now. Okay. So we're done with number 6. You try sum number 1. Oh, look, my center is still HK. Even though Y is in the lead, this is going to open up and down. My center is going to be -1 comma 3. And then my vertices, I'd have to draw like a quick little sketch, right? So if A is 5 and B is 2, yeah? And I'm basically going to have, I'll use this space on here. I'm going to do number 2 and 3 on a separate sheet of paper. Center is -1, 3. It opens up and down. So I need to go 2 higher than the, that's going to be 1 vertex, 2 lower. So my vertices will be -1 comma 5 and -1 comma 1. Then my foci just finds C squared. C squared equals A squared plus 2 squared, 24, 29. 25 plus 4. C squared equals 29. C equals rad 29. That means that I'm going to go 5 points, I don't know, 5.4, whatever, 5.4 above my center and 5.4 below my center. Because C is 5.4. So if I go 5.4 up and 5.4 down from my center, I'm off the graph, but 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.4 is my foci for my center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.4. Okay, for my center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.4. So vertex, vertex, foci, foci, all along this vertical line because it opens up and down. My foci are going to be, oh man, -1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.4. And -1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.4. Negative 1, 1, 2. Negative 1, negative 2.4. That was a really tight space to graph. It would have been better if I made it on a bigger graph, for sure. How are you guys doing? I can't see anybody. I can't hear anybody. What's going on with you guys? Okay. Well, number 2. I wrote it out on a separate sheet of paper. And I wanted to just show you guys. So I had to get the x's together. I had to get the y's together. Because my y squared was a negative 25, that means this negative is my giveaway. This is a hyperbola. So I factored out a 4. I factored out a 25, the negative 25. So when you factor out the 4, I get x squared minus 2x. I cut negative 2 divided by 2, that's negative 1 squared. When I factored out a negative 25, the negative 100 became a plus 4. And then that 4 divided by 2 squared is 2 squared. So I did 4 times 1 because, you know, negative 1 squared is 1. So here's 4 times 1. I added 4 to the right. And then negative 25 times a 4, that's negative 100. This all works out to be 200 minus 100. I love it. 196 plus 4 is 200 minus 100. Okay. So divide by 100. Four divided by 100 is 25. Negative 25 divided by 100 is 4. I can then find my center. 1 comma negative 2. My A was 5, my B was 2. And when I did my C, it was rad 29. So this is all good. Okay, I graphed it. I knew it opened left and right because the leading variable was x squared. Okay, number 3. Write the equation for the hyperbola with center 3, 1, oh, 3, negative 1, vertices, so I had to graph this all, and I did. So I first graphed my center, 3, negative 1. And then I saw that the vertices were identified, so I plotted the vertices. Obviously, since the vertices are on the left and the right, it's going to open like this, correct? Because the vertices and the foci are all on the same line. Well, it opens left and right. That means that A is from the center to my vertex, it's 2 away. So A is 2. Up and down, the conjugate length was 4. That means up and down, up 2, down 2. If the whole thing is 4, 2b equals 4. B equals 2. The conjugate length is like my minor axis, remember? It's fine that they're both 2's. The A and the B are 2's. It's just going to be a square when I draw my dotted lines. That's fine. So center I got, A and B I got, equals 1. All right, the only thing I wanted to share with you, so you've got graph paper, you're going to need to complete the square. I'm looking at the homework now. You're going to need to complete the square on 3 and 4. 5 and 6, you just put it in standard form. The other ones you have to practice. We'll obviously go over these answers. Wait, do I see you? I see you tomorrow. I see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Oh, check this out. Y equals plus or minus B over A. So that means that B is going to be 4. Look at number 12. B is going to be 4 and A is going to be 3. Something to keep in mind. Okay. Drawing a little sketch for these when you do the homework is a really good idea. I don't want you to get lazy and not do this homework. This is important stuff. So you actually have to put in the work to make sure that you understand hyperbolas. Because tomorrow I'm going straight to parabolas. We'll go over this homework in detail, but then I'm going to start on to parabolas. Okay, let me stop the recording because I'm really getting close on time.